Is it fear or is it intuition? That's the biggest question you'll need to ask. Hello everyone. In this video we are going to talk about the splenic authority. This will be your authority if your splenic center is defined and your emotional solar plexus and your sacral center is undefined. First, let's talk about the splenic center in general. If you have your splenic center defined, you have a constant access to your body awareness because the splenic center is one of the 3 awareness centers. We have the ajna, which is the awareness center for our mental activities. We have the emotional solar plexus, which is the awareness center for our emotions. And then we have the splenic center, which is the awareness center of our physical body, our human being. So we have mind, soul, which is solar plexus, and body, which is the splenic center. In this center are the themes of instinct, intuition, fear, of course, health, but more the physical health, and especially in that area, the immune system. People who have that center undefined tend to be prone to addictions or drug abuse because they don't experience this constant stream of physical awareness, and with that they somehow miss safety, because the physical health, the physical awareness, the body awareness is a lot about, am I safe? Am I able to survive, physically survive? Am I healthy? Is this right for my system to survive in this 3D world? So this belongs to the instinct part. And here we have this theme that we have with all the authorities that are not the sacral and the emotional solar plexus ones. The majority of the people have a emotional or a sacral authority. That means that you can easily be influenced by other people's emotions or their sacral center. Because, as you might already know, if you have an undefined or an open center, you are very likely to perceive other people's energy in those areas. And if you don't know that, you can misinterpret your feelings or your sacral excitement, for example, from other people with yours. And that is especially bad when you do that and then ignore your actual authority. So let's talk about your way of making good decisions. So first of all, it's not listening to your emotions, and it's also not listening to your gut reaction. And here it becomes very difficult because in normal day-to-day life we tend to mix certain terms. We often use the terms intuition and gut feeling as if they were the same. But in human design, as we are very precise here, it's definitely not. So the gut reaction, your gut feeling, would be the sacral response that is like, I want something, yes, excitement, or I don't want something, this yes, no reaction onto things that come towards you. You might have those. These might not be that accurate because you can be influenced by other people because you're undefined or open in that area, but you rather listen to your intuition. So what's the difference between intuition and gut reaction? As I said, the gut reaction is reacting to something in front of you. And it's either a yes or no reaction. It's also very physical. But your intuition is, one similarity is they both only happen in the now. But your intuition is more of a physical knowing. It's all of a sudden there and it makes no sense. And when you start thinking about it, it's already gone. It's a hunch like, okay, this is not safe. Or I need to talk to this person. Or I need to leave the room now. Or I go get my kids now. Like, this random physical kind of nudge to do something. It's not an urge, because it's not feeling like an imperative. It's really like a nudge. It's like a download, a quick physical knowing of this is the way. And if I'm tuning in and I try to be really on point with that, the intuition is really a full body experience that makes no sense, but gives you a direction, gives you an action, gives you something to say, gives you a feeling of this is safe, this is not safe. And the gut reaction is really that loud, yes, I want that cookie. No, I don't want that spaghetti. And it's also like the gut reaction is very much this yes or no. And the intuition can be everything. Can be a simple no, can be a simple yes, but can also be more precise, or just the vague feeling of this is not safe. So for you, it's super, 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 super important to understand that you can't force and you can't create your intuition. If there is no intuitive hit, you can't create one. It's impossible. It would be definitely out of alignment. You can't create those intuition hits. The only thing you can do is be very present to recognize them when they come. So now you probably think, but how should I make decisions then? Yeah, it's very easy. You just, if there is time pressure, so to say, I suggest you to ask 2 questions, which make it very clear. The first one is this safe? Is this safe? Or is this healthy for me? Is this healthy? And decide upon that. But if you don't have time pressure and you can just free flow, don't force decisions. Wait for this intuitive hit and trust your intuition. I know it's hard to trust sometimes, especially if you are conditioned to use your brain a lot. But your intuition is 10 gazillion times more intelligent than your brain can ever be. I mean, your mind. Because of course the brain somehow is part of your intuition. You really need to try it out. I always say, don't believe anything I say. Just try it out. Don't fool yourself into thinking that knowing everything would be enough. Don't believe me. You need to try it out, test it out, listen to your intuition. Try to be obsessive about recognizing it. Be so present that you get the intuition, the intuitive hits. And whenever you have one and you follow through, be mindful of how it felt when you had the nudge, when you started the experience. Notice your thoughts, your feelings, your fears maybe, and notice the outcome. There is another big thing, as I'm mentioning fear here, as the splenic center is also the center of fears. Like every gate has a specific fear. I'm going to show you now. Every fear that belongs to every gate in the splenic center, and now you can check in your chart which channel defines your splenic center, so you understand which kind of fear pattern you're prone to. And it's not bad. Fear is not bad. Fear can be something that makes us greater, but fear can also be very hindering when we are not aware and we are misinterpreting the fear. So to every fear there is a downside. There is this reaction of stagnation, probably, of not doing, of anxiousness. But it can also push you to be a better human being. But fear is never intuition. And there's this simple guideline. If you have the question, is this intuition now, or is this fear? Fear is emotionally loaded. and it's somehow connected to the past or to the future. It's somehow telling you a story of this is going to happen if you're not doing this and that, so it's about the future, or you remember when this happened, it's going to happen again when you do this and that. So it's also always connected to the future or the past, and the intuition is in the now. The fear is also repeating. It's like having this intrusive thoughts having again and again, or this repeating feeling in your body if you have, for example, a phobia or something. But intuition is only once, and if you don't get it, it's gone. And it's also very important. It's a pro-tip from mine. If you had an intuitive hit, and you're too afraid to do it, or there are other reasons why you're not following through, and then you think, okay, next week I'm going to do it at the same time, it probably won't work, because it's never about the action itself. It's about this action at that exact time. It's like as if in this moment, all the stars, everything, all molecules, atoms, life, in this exact moment needs you to do exact this action. It's almost like in everywhere, everyone, all at the same place, all the time. As you know this film. In order to open a time portal to another dimension, you need to do something unpredictable. It's somehow like that. It's not about the action itself, it's about the meta information on that action. So repeating intuitive nudges that you had in the past to another place and time won't work. I'm super curious to hear about your thoughts, your experiences, and what you think in general. I think I forgot to mention in the other videos, I'm currently working on a program that's called Clouded, and it should help you to understand your thinking patterns and how your mind tries to trap you and how you can break free from that. And in order to already give you the answer, the alternative solution than using your mind to make decisions, I'm creating this authority series. As soon this program is up, you will find a link in the comments or in the video description. So I wish you a beautiful day or night whenever you're watching, and please like and subscribe if you like this video. It helps so much. You know how this game works, and it costs you nothing but mean the world to me. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.